I think student self-assessment is really important because it allows them to take responsibility for their learning. So I think it's not only important that they know their strengths, but also their weaknesses so that we can work together to try to make that a strength as well.
Well, I mean, I think the second part of that is self-assessing is personalized, so it's them being able to say what I'm good at or what I'm not good at. So we use something called Google Form, where children will be able to answer a set-up given question. They will then complete a form that self-assesses on a 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't understand it at all. 4, I'm good to go. I don't need you at all, Mrs. Hayes. And then a 2 or a 3, I'm okay. I might still need a little bit more instruction. Or a 3, I'm just going to practice by myself.
When we're finished with our lesson, we go on it, we press this button right here, then we put our name, and then we put what thing we were working on, and I was on iReady. And then you put which you were doing, and then you grade yourself right here. 1 was I didn't understand what I was learning. 2 is I kind of understand what I was learning. 3, I understood what I was learning, and 4, I understand what I was learning and I can explain it to someone.
So then what do you do?
Then you press one of them. I gave myself 3, and then press submit, and you press X, and then sign out.
So the form that I use is through Google Forms, and based on the data that I receive, I'm able to poll students during guided reading groups if multiple students are struggling with the same concept, or I can poll them individually at some point during the day.
So using that information, we then decide what small groups we'll have for the next day, which children will need direct instruction in a specific skill, or which ones are able to go independently using some of our digital providers to work on that skill themselves. And one of the things we work very hard, particularly in the setup of the classroom that we have this year, is the understanding of I know what I know and I know what I don't know. Because if we don't talk about what we don't know, we make no progress whatsoever. So in order to be in charge of their own learning and be in charge of what progress they're going to have, it has to be they understand they didn't get it.
I think the reflections really do help them. They know that I'm looking at them, and they know they're being held responsible, and they want to do well also. I have students at this point in the year who run up to me after the reflections. So say, oh, Ms. Zimmerman, I worked on such and such lesson. I gave myself a 2. Can you help me? So it's great that students are actually beginning to take initiative and take responsibility and really want to do well. So based on my teaching, it's a lot of monitoring and adjusting and changing what I'm doing in order to make their learning more personalized and catered toward their needs.